Imagine you give a friend the startup money they need to open a brand new coffee shop. Because you provided that initial cash, you never have to touch an espresso machine, wipe down a counter, or work the cash register. Even though you aren't doing the daily physical labor, you still expect a reward. If the shop is successful, your friend is going to hand you an envelope of cash every few months, simply because your money helped make the business possible. The stock market operates on the exact same logic. When you tap a button to buy a stock ticker on your phone, you are actually purchasing legal ownership in a real operating business. You become a silent partner. If that business earns a profit by the end of the quarter, the management team can take a portion of that leftover cash and send it directly to your account as a dividend. This moves the focus away from just betting on a price chart. Now, your money is working to generate passive income in the background while you go about your day. You might be wondering, if a company is making millions in profit, why would they give that cash away to you? Why wouldn't they keep it to grow the business? For a young, fast-growing tech startup, that is exactly what happens. They are fighting to survive and expand, which means they must aggressively reinvest every single penny back into hiring, marketing, and new technology. They can't afford to pay you a dividend. But the market is also full of mature, established corporate giants. A company like Coca-Cola already operates in nearly every country on Earth. They generate vastly more cash every quarter than they could ever usefully spend on building new factories. You see this dynamic in massive, stable industries everywhere. Companies producing consumer healthcare items, major commercial banks, and local utility providers sell products that people buy reliably, month after month, year after year. Instead of hoarding useless piles of cash in a bank account, these established companies choose to reward you. They send out regular dividend checks to keep their silent partners happy, loyal, and invested. When you focus on dividend investing, you are actively choosing businesses with proven massive cash flows, rather than betting your money entirely on a young company's hopes for explosive future growth. To understand how much cash you're actually getting for the price you paid, investors use a specific percentage. If you buy one share for $100 and that share pays out $5 in cash over the year, your dividend yield is 5%. Using a percentage makes it easy to compare your investments. As this visual shows, you can now see the cash return of that stock side by side with the interest rate in your traditional bank savings account. You do have to be careful not to fall into a high-yield trap. If you see a stock offering a massive 20% yield, the company is almost certainly in severe financial trouble, and its stock price is actively plummeting. Smart investors hunt for consistent, sustainable yields. A steady 3 or 4% over time is a strong sign of financial health, far safer than chasing a dangerously high number that a company will be forced to cancel next month. Before you get paid, you have to understand the logistics of the timeline. You cannot simply buy a stock the day before payday and expect a check to arrive in the mail. Companies enforce a strict official deadline to determine who qualifies for the cash. This is known as the ex-dividend date. Think of the ex-dividend date like a bouncer pulling the velvet rope across the door of a VIP club. If you purchase the stock on or after that specific date, you are left outside, and you will not receive the upcoming payment. You must be on the list before the cutoff. If you buy your shares early and make it past that cutoff date, the company does the rest. They will automatically deposit the cash directly into your brokerage account on a highly predictable schedule, usually 4 times a year. Learning this timeline prevents you from making frustrating beginner mistakes, ensuring you actually collect the passive income you set out to earn. Once you clear the timeline, a new question arises. What should you actually do with that cash dividend once it hits your account? You could withdraw it and spend it, but smart investors use an automated mechanism known as a DRIP, a dividend reinvestment plan. A DRIP automatically uses your dividend to immediately buy fractional shares of that same company. As this snowball effect takes hold, your new shares produce their own dividends, which then buy even more shares, creating a continuous, self-feeding loop. This constant loop is how a small initial stake can grow into a self-funding portfolio over decades, with each new share helping to buy the next. Building a dividend portfolio like this does not require thousands of dollars up front. Because many platforms now allow you to purchase fractional shares, you can start securing your slice of major companies with whatever small amount you have right now. Your job is to research healthy companies with long histories of steady, reliable payments. Ignore the flashy, unsustainable yields and look for the solid, mature businesses. Stay consistent, invest regularly, and let time and compounding do the heavy lifting for your financial future. The choice comes down to your personal strategy. You can spend your energy chasing fast, risky stock growth, or you can take a seat as a silent partner and let the biggest companies in the world start paying you.